Hey boos, welcome back to my channel. Go ahead and subscribe for your girl. Let's get it popping. Part your hair down the middle. I would suggest that you do this on blow-dried hair. Of course, I made things harder for myself because I was in a hurry. Anyways, part your hair, get your oil of your choice and some rubber bands. Pour some oil on your rubber band so that will be easier for your hair. I got this tip off of YouTube years ago. Then put some oil in your hands or your hair if you haven't already done so. Now that your hair is oiled, go ahead and get your jam out. I like to put this along my part to make things a little bit easier. Some people don't like to do it, but it helps. If not, you can opt to skip this part. This was my first time trying this style. I had started over prior to this, which is why my hair is looking a little bit more oily than usual. So I would suggest you parting your hair horizontally for that first row. This is me brushing out my hair since it is not stretched. But again, you need stretched hair for this style if you don't want to pull out your hair or struggle. So now that your hair is parted horizontally to your liking, you're going to get prepared to divide your hair into mini squares or rectangles to whatever size you desire. So here I am making my first little square. Well, really my 1000th because I had already started over. But anyway, for this video, this is my first square. Grab you some edge control because you're going to be putting that on the outer edges of your square. For this example, I'm using the 24-hour edge tamer, but I wouldn't recommend it because it does leave white residue. So I'm using that edge control because that's just what I had in my cabinet. Anyways, put your rubber band on. I wanted to be sure that mine wasn't super duper tight because my edges are a bit sensitive. And on my ends, I'm just putting jam. And I'm going to repeat that across the entire first row. So I'm going to speed it up, as you can see already. So now that that first row is done, I'm going to prepare for my second row. So I'm going to part that and be sure that when I get ready to do my new squares that they are in line with the squares of the first row or at least close to it. Child, I did my edges off camera after that first row because I was extremely curious to see how they would look. But you can opt to do that portion after you do everything. So notice here how I'm lining up that second row square with my first row square. That's very important for if you want a cleaner look. Now I'm grabbing my rubber band, grabbing that first square and attaching it to the second square and putting the rubber band on top of that, like so. Now I'm going to repeat that a few more times. So here is where I'm going to prep for my crisscross. So I have the first row squares prepped already, and I'm going to do the back ones and prep those with my edge control on the outside edges. So here I'm getting ready to grab one square as I attach it to its opposing square and place a rubber band on that. And then I'm going to do the same for the next one. So again, I am prepping the next square and attaching it to its opposing square, like so, to make that crisscross effect. For the rest of my head, I kind of just freestyle it because my edges are a little bit fragile on this side. So I also do a crisscross effect as well. For my ends, I'm putting jam on them. You can definitely opt out. That's just what I decided to do. This me hitting my dance because I can see the vision. So next, I'm going to speed up the process for the third row. And I'm going to get started braiding the back. I oiled the back. And I'm just going to braid this to the back and include my ends from my crisscross effect and my rubber band effect. We're including the ends because we're going to be crocheting, and the only hair that you want to leave out is the hair from your rubber band hairstyle in the first half. So I'm going to speed up me braiding my hair, and I'm going to speed me up crocheting my style as well. Braids don't have to be perfect. I don't like to braid all the way to the end. I like my kitchen free. So you can get any crochet style to your choice at the beauty supply or online. And this is me doing my thing. This is me at the end of it. I ended up adding some more hair the next day, but this is how it was after this style. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button and come back and see your girl. It's been real, y'all. Until next time.